On the same night, a draft opinion from the Supreme Court, which would overturn Roe v. Wade, was leaked. The Met Gala happened, and the theme of the Met Gala this year was the Gilded Age. Perfect. Now, for those who are unfamiliar with this, the Met Gala is a literal fundraiser where if you'd like to attend, you'd have to pay $35,000 for a ticket. And it's all meant to raise money for the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute. And since the ticket price is so expensive, all the elite are there. All of them are showing off their ridiculous costumes and outfits. And we're all supposed to be entertained by this as our rights are being destroyed by Republicans, both in Congress and the Supreme Court. And while feckless Democrats sit by and tell us all sorts of cute little stories about how they're gonna protect us, but never really do. So Kelsey Marie Pym writes, am I the only one who thinks this year's Met Gala theme is out of touch? Inequality is at the highest level since the Gilded Age. A pandemic and economic meltdown wrecked us. Inflation is out of control. But cool, let's wear Gilded Age themed dresses and laugh about inequality. And that statement really hit close to home. I feel it in my bones and I appreciate it. It's good to know that there are other Americans who are on board with what reality is telling us. And so let's look at their goofy costumes and their cute little celebrations. There's Sarah Jessica Parker. Okay, great.
No, Anna, this is literally the Hunger Games.
It's the Hunger Games. That's exactly what I wanted to say.
Yeah, they look just like the ridiculous outfits in the Hunger Games.
How do you celebrate the Gilded Age with a Gilded Age themed event? When people are struggling at extreme levels right now, maybe rethink that theme a little bit. But who cares? I mean, you think they care? $35,000 a ticket for this fundraiser.
$35,000 a ticket.
They're untouched. These people are completely untouched by what ordinary Americans are dealing with today.
I'm gonna say something more controversial in a second. But Hillary Clinton had a dress where she put in famous political figures they wrote their names into the dress, like Madeleine Albright, okay, whatever. But she put Shirley Chisholm's name.
Yeah,
and I thought-
we have that image, let's go to graphic 7.
Yeah, and I thought, don't you put Shirley Chisholm's name in your mouth or in your dress. Shirley Chisholm was one of the strongest politicians we've ever had. She was an African-American woman who was a pioneer and who fought moderate Democrats with all of her might. She would have despised Hillary Clinton. Shirley Chisholm. Have you read one word of Shirley Chisholm? I mean, that is an incredible insult for corporate Democrat extraordinaire, former Walmart board member, to put Shirley Chisholm on her dress at a $35,000 a person Met Gala event.
You viciously attacked women who made sexual misconduct allegations against your husband. You chose a running mate who was on the record as being against abortion. Who do you think you are? You think you're a warrior for women's rights? You lost to the most unqualified president in US history. Sit down.
Yeah.
The theatrics and the posturing and the political theater, even when she's not in politics anymore, is mind-blowing.
Yeah, no.
It really is. You are not a warrior for women. You were not a warrior for women when you had the ability to be a warrior for women, and you're certainly not a warrior for women today.
Okay, guys, today, I haven't even gotten to the controversial part. Today on Twitter, Susan Sarandon was trending. Why? Is she in a movie or something? No, because as soon as there was the Roe decision leaked that they're gonna take Roe v. Wade away, all of these elitist corporate Democrats went on Twitter and was like, it's Susan Sarandon's fault. Because she didn't back Hillary Clinton. Did it never occur to you that it might be Hillary Clinton's fault that she lost to Donald Trump? As opposed to rando Susan Sarandon? Because Susan Sarandon didn't vote for one vote. Maybe she convinced 13 people. Maybe she convinced 1,300 people. But Hillary Clinton, you lost by way more than that. You think it's Susan Sarandon? You lost. I wish you hadn't. I wish you hadn't. I take crap every day online because I told people to vote for you in the general election over Trump. But yes, that was the correct decision.
Yeah.
But all of you in the primaries that were positive that Hillary Clinton could beat Trump and would definitely beat Trump and Bernie would lose him, you were wrong. Just say it once. You were wrong. Nope. Alternate reality, alternative facts.
It's us, Cenk. We're so powerful
Yeah.
that we're the ones. Even though we, after the primaries, said that we were gonna vote for Hillary and we urged our audience to, but it was our fault that she lost. It was our fault that she decided not to campaign in battleground states. It's our fault that she decided to respond to the economic populist BS coming from Donald Trump with, no, let's hold on. Let's not do $15 an hour, let's do $12 an hour minimum wage instead. What a winning message, Hillary. Wow, it's so shocking that no one wanted to vote for you. It's so shocking that you lost. It's so shocking that you chose Tim Kaine. Dude doesn't even have any freaking name recognition. She chose Tim Kaine as her running mate.
That's one of the reasons why.
I mean, come on. And then you had the data boy on your team, right? Your campaign data boy. Oh, pouring over his spreadsheets and the data and like, we're gonna win. I'm pouring over the data. How did that data work out for you? How did it work out for you? How did things go in Wisconsin? Sit down. Sit down. And that goes for all the other corporate Democrats and the bootlickers for corporate Democrats who are whining today and trying to place the blame on progressives who actually want to fight for a better country. Okay, you guys want the status quo, but Americans are sick of the status quo. That's why they rejected you and continue to reject you.
Yeah.
Sit down.
They genuinely don't get it. We can't go to the Met Gala. People don't have $35,000. Well, they're like, it's for a good cause, it's for the opera and for the ballet. Now I'm gonna lose a lot of people on the left and good people, smart intellectual people who enjoy the arts. I don't give a damn about the Met. That is a tremendous waste of money for you dilettantes who are elitist and think the most important thing is opera and ballet. Are you mental? You should have given that money to Yemen or to Ukraine or to Planned Parenthood or whatever. Well, that's a whole nother thing. You could have given it to 1,000 causes. You know how, as they go in, you know what name they see? They see the Koch brothers' name on the building. Because they also care about opera and ballet. And it's a good way to buy off the elite by saying, I contributed so much to this that I now am a good person in good standing. And it works. And the upper classes love the Koch brothers because they got their effing opera and ballet, okay?
Yeah.
I don't care. The Met Gala is honestly disgusting. It's vomitous.
I have a little bit of a different take, okay? Dance ballet for 19 years, bitches love ballet, I love ballet, and I love the arts. But
fund it with your own money.
Exactly. All of these millionaires and billionaires attending this fundraiser, because it's all fun and games for them. It's a soiree, the world burns, and it's a soiree. You've got prominent politicians getting together for a fun little soiree the same night that Supreme Court draft is leaked and America finds out that reproductive rights are gonna be rolled back.
But you know what?
Okay,
but everyone attending the Met Gala will be able to fly to Paris to get their abortions.
Get your abortions, girls.
Because if you're paying $35,000 just for, hey, I kind of like ballet, and I want to get dressed up like an idiot. And again, I'm offending people, but you look ridiculous. Every one of you looks absurd. Okay, so anyways, okay, dress up in your Hunger Games Capitol outfits. Basically, you're making fun of the rest of us. It's sick in every imaginable way. And then you throw that money away, and then you all feel great about yourselves. Well, this is the income inequality that the Gilded Age was famous for. So congratulations, no one's ever delivered on a theme better than the Met did this year.
I mean, celebrating the Gilded Age. And I wanna, listen, I have to give you the details about how we're currently in a second Gilded Age, but what the Gilded Age was, what it meant, what it actually meant, okay? Remember, they're dressed as the individuals who benefited greatly from the Gilded Age, celebrating them. All right, okay. The term Gilded Age, according to the American Museum of Natural History, coined by Mark Twain and Charles Dudley Warner in their 1873 book, The Gilded Age, A Tale of Today, was an ironic comment on the difference between the true golden age and their present time, a period of booming prosperity in the United States that created a class of the super rich. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? So multimillionaires, another invention of the Gilded Age, accounted for 0.33% of the population, but owned 1/6 of the country's wealth. The richest 1% owned 51% of all real and personal property, while the bottom 44% came away with just 1.1%. Again, sounds pretty damn familiar, doesn't it? Let's celebrate it with our little soiree. Let me give you more. It's amazing. Partisan conflict between Republicans and Democrats raged hotter than ever, borrowing the emotional intensities of the Civil War era, but without their ideological radicalism. Instead, the grievances of millions were channeled into passionate but sterile identity politics, where the fires of the enormous class rage fizzled into smoke. And again, all of this sounds pretty damn familiar, doesn't it? Because we're going through it right now. And it's insanely tone deaf to have this event with this theme, knowing full well, there are so many politicians who go to this event, knowing full well that inequality has exploded. It started to really explode, by the way, under the Obama administration, because his response to the Great Recession was to make Wall Street whole while abandoning ordinary Americans who had their homes taken away from them in foreclosures. The top 1%, by the way, owned a record 32.3% of the nation's wealth as of the end of 2021, data shows. The share of wealth held by the bottom 90% of Americans likewise has declined slightly since before the pandemic, from 30.5% to 30.2%. I wonder where it would be, by the way, if there was absolutely no economic stimulus given to ordinary working Americans who lost their jobs through no fault of their own. Biden's victory in 2020 depended not on blue collar workers, but on white collar professionals. When class is measured by education rather than income, the working class retreat from the Democrats looks even more dramatic. By the way, it's a great piece. It's written by Matt Karp in Jacobin. I highly recommend you read it.
Gilded Age has got nothing on us, man. The top 3 families in the country now have more wealth than the bottom 50%. That's over 150 million people. Just 3 families have more money. But on the other hand, the Met has a lot of different parts. But I really want to make sure that you enjoy the David H. Koch Plaza at the Metropolitan Museum of Art when you're there, because the Koch brothers oil company that burned down the planet funded it. So when you're there at the gala in your ridiculous outfits, please pay tribute to the Koch brothers who destroyed the planet, but I do declare did make you more glamorous and your soiree in the arts a little bit more enjoyable. Enjoy your wealth while the rest of us burn down.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.